So, before we get started into this actual vid, yeah, I'm not going to make this a segment. Don't worry, this is not going to be a new segment. Unless I think of a really damn good idea after this, because I spent 3 videos talking about the last one to finally get this idea into perfection. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be on this one, but yeah, I don't think I'll be making this like how I would do certain rides for certain things. I don't think I'll make this a segment. I don't even know what to call it. So yeah, I think this might be the only, unless I think of something else in the future, then. I don't think I'll be doing this for a while, or, unless I think of something else like, I don't frickin' know, Captain America riding the Thunder Mountain Railroad or something like that. So yeah, as you can see from the title, a Guardians of the Galaxy Space Mountain ride. Now, obviously, I spent 3 videos talking about how I would love to see and do a Gravity Falls Haunted Mansion ride. Basically, take the Gravity Falls characters and have them in the Haunted Mansion ride for a few months, similar to how in California they have the Night Before Christmas, and they do that up for Haunted Mansion for the winter season, and they also do a Halloween themed thing with Space Mountain called Ghost Dimension. They don't do that in Orlando, but they don't do that in Orlando. So I kind of thought, how cool would it be if since they're already using the Marvel properties, and this is a really long shot, probably more so than the Gravity Falls one, because from what I understand, there's apparently a deal. Yeah, there's apparently a deal between Disney and Universal Studios that even though Disney owns the rights to Marvel, Universal can still do the Marvel, Marvel Super, can still have the Marvel section, but I guess they aren't permitted to do new rides or whatever. Something like that. I don't know. You see, that's why it's a weird deal. You see, that's why we've been getting a lot of stuff from the Harry Potter land, and not much else from the other rides, really. So, yeah, I just thought it would be this is a really more out there idea, and probably, again, this has less chance to happen than the Gravity Falls Haunted Mansion ride. But as you can see, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy and Space Mountain. How cool would that be? Now, there's not really much to say with this ride, because there's not really much you can really mess with Space Mountain. It's a very basic ride, really. It's one of the most known Disney rides, and it's a ride that what's the word I'm looking for? It's a ride you don't really want to mess with. And again, this would be seasonal. This would be a very seasonal ride for Disney. This would be like a few months, then it goes back to regular Space Mountain. But the idea I had for this version of Space Mountain, you do this for a couple months, is that have it that the Guardians of the Galaxy, you're, instead of going into like a space hub that shoots you all across space, you're actually at the they kind of do it up as a it's like, again, a space hub, but different. This time around, it's more like it's like a galactic base for the Nova Corps. Yeah, it's a base for the Nova Corps, and you're more or less you're being taken a tour throughout the Nova Corps base, and you see all this memorabilia and stuff of the Nova Corps, and then boom, when you're just about to get on the ride, Ronan the Accuser shows up and starts attacking the Nova Corps command center. So Nova Corps is busy fighting Ronan, and during the battle, you have the Guardians of the Galaxy show up and be like, "Okay, guys, Nova Corps is kind of busy fighting Ronan. We're gonna get you out of here." So have like a recording of like maybe Chris Pratt and the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy there talking to you on this like big screen, and they're saying like, yeah, that we're gonna have to, to get you out of here, we're gonna have to get you out through. The best way to get you out is through the battlefield. Probably not the best idea, but that's all we really got. Yeah. So it would basically be that where the Space Mountain ride is now become a battle zone. It's more or less because the Space Mountain ride itself is the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Nova Corps at war with Ronan and his forces. So as you're going through all the ride, you see like laser fire going off and Nova Corps members at war with Ronan's soldiers and the Guardians firing as well, and you hear all the shouting from. I guess you could have like audio from Drax and Rocket and Star-Lord and Gamora. You can have all five of them in there, like recordings of them, and you just hear their voices. I wouldn't have animatronics in here. That'd be really freaking difficult to do. I know there's some animatronics in there a little bit with the astronauts, but I don't think I would have like animatronics like everywhere in here. I just have like maybe instead of the model satellite you see in the ride, it's like a ship. Like it looks like the ship from the Guardians of the Galaxy have, and maybe a few other things. But I don't think I'd have full on animatronics in here. I just make it look like a war zone. Like it's become an intergalactic war zone between the Guardians of the Galaxy and Nova Corps versus Ronan and his army. So do something of that equivalent, really. But yeah, again, this was not really. This was just a small idea I had. It's not really, as you can clearly tell, it wasn't as well thought out as the Gravity Falls and Haunted Mansion ride. And again, like I said, I would only have this for a few months, like maybe. I wouldn't say summer because that's the biggest time for Disney. I would say. Maybe fall? Yeah, maybe fall, and then, maybe September through, well, maybe late August all the way to November. Maybe do something like that. I don't know, like the end of October. There you go. August to October. No, that's only 2 months. August, September. No, that's 3 months, I think. Yeah, it's kind of enough time as it is. So yeah, but again, this is probably more unrealistic because that deal between Disney and Universal is pretty weird. But again, I don't think we'll ever get that. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. I would have done something with more. I would have said something with Star Wars, but yeah, since we're getting Star Wars Land, I don't think Star Wars and Space Mountain. Yeah, we're kind of getting a ride. So I kind of went, let's go for the more fun route with Guardians of the Galaxy. Because god damn it, do we love Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what do you guys think of this idea? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And if you could, again, I don't think I'll make this a thing. I don't think I'll make this a constant thing because, again, there's only so much you can do with a ride and make it interesting while still keeping that, what makes it great. Well, great. So yeah, this will probably. I don't think I'll also doing different parts as well with this one. But yeah. So, but you guys tell me, well, how would you do a Space Mountain? Like, if you could do up Space Mountain, would you use Guardians of the Galaxy or Star Wars? And if you did use Guardians of the Galaxy, how would you go about making it? Like the ride itself and the line going up there. Really curious to know what you guys have to say about this. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.